buying designer handbags has taught me about money. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Celesta. We talk about all things luxury shopping and handbags. If you love those things, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do post videos every week. So today we have a little bit of a different video, but still around like handbags and money, because obviously you need money to buy handbags. And I wanted to talk about this because I feel like it's really not talked about enough. I think that you see all these massive hauls, and I did recently come back from Europe and do a haul as well. And it's very easy, even like for me, where I see people doing these massive hauls, spending this amount of money, and you're like, how the hell are they doing that? What is the secret? What am I not getting? And I feel like sometimes you think about like your own life compared to what these people are doing online, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? Like, am I behind in life? Like, everything like that. So I wanted to shed some light into all of this. I can't speak for everyone on this topic, but I will say, at least for me, I hope this kind of sheds a little bit more light. And yeah, so I feel like the overarching theme of the lessons that I've learned about money from designer handbags is really the importance of hard work. And I know that that sounds cheesy, but for as long as I can remember, I've had a job. I started working, I think, at like 12 or 13 coaching. Then I worked in retail for a little bit. Then when I went off to college, I was interning during the school year, during summers. I always was working. Even when I got my full-time job, I wanted to do something more outside of that job. So I considered going back to coaching. And as you guys know now, I do content creation, which does take a lot of time, but there's also various ways that creators are able to make money, whether that's through brand deals, affiliate links, I don't know, YouTube AdSense. You know, there's so many different ways that you're able to monetize your channels. And I've always just had a job. And I think that's why these bags mean so much to me, because I don't look at these bags as like, oh, this is just a purse, you know? I look at these bags as this is the like work that I put into this thing. When I was 18 years old, the first luxury designer item that I bought was the Louis Vuitton Clemence wallet. And I remember telling myself, I set a goal for myself, I'm going to save $6,000 in my bank account before buying this item. Even at that age, which doesn't feel like that long ago, but it feels like a long time ago, I set this like idea of having financial goals before buying something. And so I can't get rid of that wallet. I haven't used that wallet in probably like 5 years, but I can't see myself getting rid of that item, because every single time I look at that, I don't look at like a wallet. I look at my first designer piece. I look at how much time, how many hours were put into getting this item, working hard to get this item, and that's something that I like can't get rid of. And I think that's the one thing that you don't see behind the scenes when you're seeing all these massive hauls. You don't see the hard work that's going on behind the scenes. You don't see the countless hours of filming and editing and content planning. And throughout the years, I've learned if I want to buy something nice, I need to save money for it. You know, the money doesn't fall from the sky, so we need to save money for it. I do acknowledge that I have been in a very fortunate position where I graduated from college, was able to find a full-time job even before I graduated, didn't have student debt, and so I was in a very fortunate position. So I recognize that that's a lot easier for me to say like, oh yeah, just save money for your stuff, because I was in a very fortunate position. I definitely recognize that. But I think it also comes down to saving and budgeting. I've always had this concept of like saving enough money to buy something. I wouldn't buy something when I wasn't ready to buy something. I wouldn't buy something if I didn't have the capital to do so. Even when I was in college, I actually took a personal finance class, which was probably one of the most interesting classes I've taken in college. And one of the recommended tools to use for tracking your personal finances was Mint. This is not sponsored by any means, but I have been using Mint for quite a few years, and you're able to set like a budget in there. You're able to set like financial goals, things like that. Definitely go in there, set, I don't know, like let's say $200 for dining out. And had I reached the $200 for dining out that month, I wouldn't go out to eat. I would eat at home. And it also gave you this feature to like set financial goals for yourself, which I definitely use, I think, for at least 1 or 2 bags. And you can put money towards this goal for, let's say, a new bag, new house, you know, whatever it is that you want to set this goal to. And it would take that amount out every month. So you're able to visually shows that you're tracking towards these goals. And I think that that's probably one of the harder parts when you are saving money. You want to be able to like physically track, like how far along are you, how close you are to reaching this goal. So I thought that that was a really useful feature as well. However, a lot of this also comes down to prioritization. Prioritization for the types of bags you want to buy, what you want to buy, what you want to save for, but also like what you want to do with your money. You are in charge of what you want to do with your money, so you can choose what you want to do with it. I think what a lot of people don't see, and I can speak to this for myself, I rarely go out. I know people who spend Thursday, Friday night, Saturday night going out, going to bars, and that adds up between the Ubers, the drinks, the overpriced drinks, mind you, and all of these things, and these costs continue to add up, and these are things that I don't splurge on. I don't do that. I probably go out maybe twice a year for like a friend's birthday or something, even probably max at that, because that feels like a lot for me. But it's a lot of prioritization. What you want to choose to spend your money on, that's up to you. That's how you want to prioritize your finances, but also prioritization with bags. I have a whole wish list of things that I want. There's bags on that wish list that I've had for 3 years that I just never wanted bad enough to actually buy it. I think the Chanel Diana has been on this wish list for 3 years, and I've been kind of like waiting for the right price. I've been waiting for the right like condition for the bag, and I just never wanted it badly enough to pull the trigger. It's not to say when I go to Japan, like, I don't know if they have it, they don't have it, like, it's not to say I won't pull the trigger, you know, but like, there's always been bags that I wanted to get more than that one. And these things just stay on the wish list. It's how you prioritize how you want to spend your money, which bag you want to prioritize, you know, it's all of these different things. And speaking of the wish list, it's easy to get lost in the immediate gratification. I remember, especially when I was first starting on social media, there was almost this itch, this craving to spend money, to buy something. I had no desire for actually wanting this specific bag or this item or whatever it is, but I felt like I had to buy something. I felt like I had to spend money. I felt like I needed to swipe that credit card, whether it's for unboxing, whether it's just for like because I needed to feel something. I don't know, but I remember feeling for quite a while like there was just this itch to spend money. And like, frankly, I bought stuff because I didn't have content ideas. Like, there was a time that happened, and that's the truth. I know that that's not a very common problem that people have, first world problem also, but like, that's the reality of the kind of job that I'm in right now. However, I have been sticking to a wish list. I rarely make impulse purchases, and I highly recommend creating a wish list for anything that you want. I usually do this for anything like over $500. I have everything like in a Notion of the wish list item that I want, the price that it's at, and then I almost like every couple months or so, whenever I'm about to go shopping, I usually only go shopping actually in Europe or like on vacation. Like, I rarely would buy a bag here just for fun. I usually like have some special occasion for it, you know, whatever. So it's easier to justify. But when I am looking at like what I want to buy next, I look at this list and I prioritize what I want to pick out. Like, for example, a bag that I picked up recently was the Dior DJoy. That bag is newer to the wish list. However, I was looking at all the other bags on the wish list, like a Birkin 25. That's staying on the wish list because it's also not like very realistic. But, you know, like things like that, that you have to go into the wish list and move around. You need to prioritize and see like what it is you'd like to buy. And with this wish list, definitely give yourself a timeline for like how long you want it to sit on your wish list before actually pulling the trigger. Like, do you want to wait 3 months? Do you want to wait 6 months? Do you want to wait until you save X amount of money? Whatever that goal or benchmark is for yourself, I highly recommend doing that, because there's times that I see a bag and I'm like, oh my God, I love this so much. And then 3 weeks later, I forget about it and I never get it. So that's definitely something that's helped with a lot of the impulse shopping, that's helped with the immediate gratification, all of it. So maybe this is a little bit of girl math, maybe this is a little bit of real math. The reselling portion of this is probably the best aspect of buying designer handbags. Most like contemporary brands don't have the same resale value that, you know, Chanel, Hermes, Dior, Dior's not that great, but like Louis Vuitton, you know, like things like that. Like the resale value, the return on investment is way higher than these contemporary brands. And yes, you are shelling out a lot more money when you are buying these items. And I don't buy these items with the intention of reselling them, but I like to know that when I don't want it anymore, when it's just taking up space in my closet and I'm not using it anymore, I like knowing that I can sell it for, if not as much as I paid for it, slightly less. I keep my bags in good condition. I like knowing that I'm able to rotate them in my collection, you know, and like when I'm not using something, there's no reason for it to just sit there. So let someone else enjoy it. And I'm constantly rotating bags in my collection. I brought in 2 new bags, I sold 3, you know, like you guys know the patterns. And it just makes me feel better about knowing everything in my collection has been carefully curated instead of just buying and not even realizing I'm having duplicates, not even realizing that I haven't used this bag in 3 years, you know, things like that. I like being able to keep the bags in rotation. I feel like it is so easy to assume that women are financially irresponsible. It's usually men who assume this, and it's really not the case. Like, I have connected with a lot of amazing people from social media, a lot of friends who have a passion in handbags or luxury items, and it's rarely the case that people are financially irresponsible. But I was hoping that this video sheds a little bit of light into like everything that goes on behind the scenes, that you guys see the finished product. You're seeing this video, it's already gonna be edited, it's already gonna be uploaded, you're seeing the finished product. Everything else, this is all kind of the thought process behind the scenes as to like what goes into the thought process before buying a new handbag, how long I wait until I buy a new handbag, you know, how much do you save, all of these things. And most importantly, I feel like when I am buying a new handbag and I'm showing you guys and I'm excited to unbox it for you guys, it's because it is about the handbag and I am excited about it, but it really is the hard work that goes on behind the scenes that help contribute to being able to treat yourself every once in a while because you deserve it. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope this gave you some insightful tips. I don't know, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave another video for you guys here and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.